I'm good.
Nah.
What?
Riley, let's go to contract.
Nah.
No? You
I need
son
a
of a
better
bitch.
weapon.
The only problem with contract is they purposely put you in an area where they know there's lots of people, I think.
They'll take these guys to Bone Town.
No, we just left there, man.
Oh.
Pay attention.
Shit.
Oh, yo, purple box? Nice.
Ooh!
Stopping power rounds? Ooh.
Does anyone need armor?
Does anyone want that? Here, take that. Someone take that, please, right now.
I got good gun.
Oh no,
Really?
I need it. I'm coming,
Dude,
coming.
take it right now.
Yeah, take it like right
Dude,
now.
take it.
Dude,
Like seriously,
take it.
5, 4, 3.
Oh,
Fucking-
boom, 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 boom.
Okay, now we go
that's-
secure.
No, never mind. That's shitty gun.
Is this full auto or nah?
Famas?
So now we just secure this shit.
Yo, we got
Secure
this.
Oh, guys,
Yeah.
another one. Silenced SMG. Yeah, that's. I'm gonna take that. Yeah.
Gas mask? Oh, nice.
I'll have
Come
that.
on, man, pass it. You go pass it.
Dude, these weapons right now. Oh boy.
Calm down.
Do I need to actually like sit on this?
You could, yeah. Here, I'll cover you.
Yo, there's armor plate.
Oh, I got one. Does anyone need? You got?
I got
I'm
like I got
full.
full armor plate right now. I got 5.
Tactical
Dude,
heat
nursing
sensor.
death, man.
Yeah, we do.
Sorry, taking that.
Oh, we got contract, right? We finished it.
Yeah, we finished it. C4, guys. C4.
Does anybody know how to drop a gun?
G or B or your
That's a lot.
inventory.
Oh.
Sorry.
Okay, I say we
Alright,
go to
we
the
go-
roof. Or no, we
gotta
should
go.
move to the. Yeah. Let's go to Promenade.
Yo, mark a location. Yo,
A promenade.
Yo, I'm leaving. Fuck you guys.
Okay, be careful. There's lots of peeps in that area. We got
See
lots of
you
guns,
guys.
guys. We gotta win this one. Okay, we got lots of good shit. No excuses.
Yo, become a treasure goblin.
Yeah, literally.
They're gonna beat us to like fucking hell and we drop everything.
Yeah, literally.
Sorry.
You're right. Oh shit. Oh no,
Oh
that's
shit. Hey. Hey Riley.
Riley scared the
Yo,
shit
man.
out of me. Just like jumped in
Get
front of me.
people, man. Alright, I don't want to go this way.
Let's
Why
find a
not?
pay station and buy some shit. Let's buy some self revives. All right.
Are we going to green or blue?
Go to green. Oh, lots of stuff going on over there.
Let's go down.
Oh, guys fighting
Yo,
north.
Sean,
no?
armor up.
That was interesting. Yeah, man. Like, what? I can do. I have no idea what you just said there.
Waiting for orders.
A lot of researchers in the world don't have access to a supercomputer. So Stanford made a thingy, Stanford University made a thingy that if you download it, they give you little teeny tiny pieces of a very large project and it can use your computer to solve the problem. In essence, turning a bunch of fucking gamer nerd people's PC into a massive supercomputer.
It's like cloud supercomputing.
Right now I am doing something. I don't know what it is, but it's helping somewhere. It's helping someone somewhere figure something out.
Is Stanford the only one that does this?
Folding at home is a Stanford thing. I think there's other ones, but folding at home's always been the biggest one, I think.
Wow.
Start folding. Okay.
Just be aware that folding actually takes up a lot of your, like, it taxes your computer.
Turn it on and off and stuff, so like not a big deal.
Yeah, I know.
Maybe I'll.
Obviously, don't do it when you're playing games or whatever, but
I shall fold when I'm sleeping.
Yeah, fold while you're playing Modern Warfare. That'll surely help you.
you don't even have to do anything. It automatically like normally there's like a drop down for like which disease you want to help cure or whatever, but they've postponed every project and everything is Corona right now. So as soon as your computer gets a project, it will be for the Corona.
Is this the guy you're helping right now? This guy with the pink shirt?
My graphics card has been helping him all day. I like that they like show what it's for. What, folding at home? I mean, you could live update of my current folding capability. Just a progress bar. There's like a live, or there was, I don't know if it shows, but there's a live like Bitcoin, like stock market thing stream, and it's just like it's like charts and line graphs of current Bitcoin activity.
Does it like map out that whole? Because like, you know, like Bitcoin, everyone's kind of like a sort of takes part in like the what do you call it? I can't remember what it's called, but it's like a network of like checks and authorizations or whatever. Does it like have a graph of that?
I have no idea. All I know is it was a thing. I don't even know if it's still a thing. It may not be. It may be. I just know that there was a thing on Twitch for Bitcoin.
Let me see.
I actually don't like it when my CPU does things because then my room gets too hot. The combination of CPU and GPU folding is too much.
Dude, turn off your heater. Fucking, there you go. Save it on heat.
My computer literally does heat my room. It is right now. It's like hot in here because of it.
You're saving money and helping cure diseases.
That's a win-win.
Yeah, I'm actually being serious.
I don't know if I'm happy with my graphics card folding 24/7.
24/7, maybe not, but overnight, maybe.
Every once in a while, I've only done three projects. I've only been folding for like 3 hours.
You gotta set your status in Discord to folding. I don't know. I didn't know you were folding.
I need like an emote for folding.
Feels folding, man. It's pretty crazy watching Trudeau on the TV earlier and telling him that they're closing the borders, kind of closing the borders.
I was listening to the radio and I like got chills and shit because it's like actually fuck.
Yeah.
It's insane. Shit's going fucking ham now.
It's really nuts how quickly this is all escalating. Like I wasn't even in the country 2 weeks ago. Fuck.
Yeah, well, I wouldn't leave the country now.
No, dude, definitely not. My aunt was gonna go to Edmonton. She's like, no, fuck that. Fucking. I was watching it on I was watching the live broadcast over the internet or whatever. And he was like, I don't know. He was doing like English and then French, and then he was like repeating himself over and over again. It was kind of weird, but
Well, people kept asking him questions, and he kept answering it the same way because he's a politician.
yeah. Well, he kept saying like, "Did you make a mistake? Do you feel like you made a mistake?" Like, what kind of fucking question is that? Are you like?
I don't even.
Do you feel remorse for making a mistake? I was like, I mean, can you ask a more productive question, please?
Right. I don't like. It's not even. I don't even necessarily think it's Trudeau making these decisions because I hope that he's smart enough to realize that he doesn't know what the fuck he's talking about when it comes to any of this shit, and he's listening to experts, and they're the ones that are telling him like, okay, time to do shit now.
Who is that? Who's I can't remember. There's like the chief medical officer or something of Canada. I hope isn't she like the one making most of the calls?
Well, she's definitely one of the people that he would be listening to.
You'd hope so.
You mean he doesn't run the country like Trump? What?
I thought they were gonna tell people to stay home,
They did kind of. He
Like-
was saying
like mandatory.
oh well,
Are you guys recording from home?
Yeah,
not yet. But my my office had a meeting today, and they're gonna start getting people prepared to work from home. So like, because apparently they're prioritizing the offices that have sort of a high risk, sort of like where you're located in a high traffic area. And since our office tower is like right above a mall, and we have to take the elevator every day, it's kind of like, well, we're one of those offices that are being prioritized. So they're saying like as early as next week we could be working from home. Which is like, whatever. I guess I can see the logic in that. I'm not so worried about myself catching it, but I don't want to bring it home and get my parents sick. So I'm down for that.
Yeah.
My grandma. By the way, did you hear, Ryan? Lola can't even make it to the hospital. She's still coughing, but no one's there to take her there.
sorry. What happened?
She's still coughing, but as far as I know, it's not any worse than that. But like, the caretakers can't make it to the house. There's only one caretaker there right now.
Yeah, because the freaking Manila is like in lockdown. It's like martial law over there.
Yeah, that's nuts, man. They have a curfew and everything.
You're not supposed to be out of your homes after 5 or something like that.
Be like that here. It's gonna be like that everywhere.
Yeah, it's gonna be something. It's I don't think we've ever had this before.
Nope. This is the first. Were you guys reading Discord like an hour ago?
I caught some of it, but not all of it. Are you talking about
Oh.
Bobby and his friend were talking about stuff, or?
No, I don't know what the fuck they were talking about. Bobby linked like a medical Reddit for like doctors and shit.
Yeah.
And there's stats coming out of Italy because Italy's basically run out of ventilators. People are dying because they don't have enough like equipment and like rooms and shit in the hospital. So the mortality rate in Italy is 8% right now.
Holy shit, that's high.
Oh,
That's like 800 million people dead worldwide. Assuming it wouldn't be that bad because it's not like the whole world's gonna get fucking sick. But
But
yeah,
you'd have
we're
to
looking at hundreds of millions of people dead right now.
you have to believe like while some countries are probably better off than Italy equipment wise, like some are definitely not as good as Italy equipment wise.
I mean, Canada isn't. We're no better off than we're definitely no better off than not significantly anyway. Maybe a little bit. Maybe like or maybe like, I don't know, 10% better. Like, okay, what's still fucked?
I can.
Or maybe we're 10% worse. I don't know.
Yeah, I can definitely see why people are starting to really take this seriously.
Yeah, like it has nothing to do. It has nothing to do with like you or I. Like we would be fine. It's it's our parents and the people older than our parents.
Apparently, I don't know, Ryan. You were saying that apparently children under 10 years of age are actually also really susceptible to it.
I just read that somewhere. I don't know if it's true or not.
I don't think it is. Their children are actually quite resilient to this, for whatever reason. Like it probably has something to do with their immune response isn't very high, so they're not like killing themselves because that's that's what's happening. Is like that's how you kind of get fucked. Either your immune system is just like it happened with Spanish flu back in the 1918 or whatever, where like the highest. I actually learned this like the other day. The highest, most at risk population for Spanish flu was actually 18 to like 50. So it was like exactly the opposite of this, just because the immune response like fucked
Damn.
people with good immune systems up. And they didn't have like, I don't know if they had like steroidal medications back then like we do now. I have no idea. But no, kids are actually doing pretty well against it. They had very few deaths in China, which is good, I guess.
That's good. The shitty thing though is like the doctors were talking about on the radio I was listening to, and they're saying like, even if you get sick with it and then get better, which is most the case for the young people, there's no guarantee that you can't get sick again because it mutates so much.
Yeah, that's what I've been hearing is people who have had it are getting sick again potentially, which is great.
Oh boy. And
Which basically means we need a vaccine.
as quickly as possible. And
at the earliest is like 2021 for a vaccine.
not just a vaccine, but we need people to fucking take the vaccine. You fucking god dang anti-vaxxers.
Well, I think they would mandate it, honestly. Like they would, if there's actually a vaccine for this thing, they would just say everyone, you are required to get it or you're going to jail or something like that along those lines. Like you do not have a fucking choice.
I wonder if
Unless you have a medical reason to not have one, which exists, but fucking anti-vaxxers, tough shit, bro. You're going to jail or you're taking this fucking needle.
Is there a legal precedence for that? I'm kind of curious.
Yes, there is a legal precedent. They've been forcing medical people for decades to get vaccinated. Like you had no choice. I had no choice. They changed that like literally like this year, where now I have a choice.
It's too late.
Like I didn't actually get my flu vaccine this year because I didn't want one. I don't like needles.
I know.
God damn it. I don't fucking like needles. I don't want to get stabbed in the arm. COVID-19 would, of course, be an exception to that. I'd deal with it. But...
I see how it is. You like stabbing other people, but not yourself.
Yeah.
It's not in one's nature to stab yourself.
No, well, what if you're like, diabetic? Then you have to stab yourself. You don't have a choice.
Diabetic needles are way different than fucking vaccine needles.
Or like smaller.
They're much smaller. Yes.
No, but like when we're listening to the broadcast or whatever the fuck it was earlier, the press conference, they were saying like, yeah, the ones that are at risk are obviously the elderly and stuff. People over 70 are the most at risk. But there were also I can't remember if it was Trudeau or like one of his staff. They were saying, but we desperately urge the millennials and the younger generation people to consider taking this very seriously, because even if it doesn't affect you seriously, you are still carriers. You can still be a carrier.
Correct. Yep. That's what I'm worried about. Like I don't care about myself particular. I would be fine, but I would carry it to everybody I see. Right? So
yeah.
I'm not really worried about me, I'm worried about them. In fact, I'd rather just fucking get it now and just get it out of the way, and maybe my immune system's strong enough and fucking figured it out to like not get it again. Maybe, who knows? I don't know if that's even a thing, but maybe it is. Honestly, it's worth being sick for a week to take that risk, to be honest.
Yeah.
It's not obviously not realistic for me anyway.
Someone was asking, like, because, you know, if you get it, right, obviously you still have a chance to get it because it mutates. They're saying, like, your body will build antibodies to fight it off, and then once you get better, obviously it still has those antibodies. But because it mutates, or whatever, you may not have the antibodies to fight off a second or third infection.
Right. I don't know. I don't know much about like viral immunity, I guess. But I suppose it would depend on the mutation. Maybe your body, maybe part of those antibodies that your body has would work still. I don't know.
But having, like, I was going to say, like, building up some antibodies will give you at least a partial immunity, right? It'll help you stave it off the second time.
Right. Well, it's the same way a vaccine works. Although I don't know how they're doing a vaccine. Like, obviously that's very complicated. But
Has there been any word on the vaccine that's being tested in Saskatchewan or whatever?
yeah, they said November of 2021.
Oh, shit, okay.
Damn.
Okay.
Yeah.
We're in this for the long haul, boys.
Yeah. I think it depends on. It would. I think it honestly depends on the CDC. Like, because if the vaccine looks promising and it looks like it actually works, then I think they can kind of bypass some like safety protocols and like don't like not test on animals and shit. Like just skip animals and just go right to like human volunteers. That could probably speed things up, but of course that requires human volunteers. Though I'm sure there would.
I mean, if like, I'm assuming they would prioritize the people who are really sick. Or maybe not the really sick ones, I don't know.
No, they'd give it to somebody. They'd give it to someone normal who's like strong enough to fight off. Like if there's a problem with it.
You might have a point there.
They're not going to give it to like because what could happen is like you give someone a vaccine and then they just like get the virus from the vaccine and it's like okay, well,
Yeah.
great.
Do you know, like, what's the difference between an active and inactive agent vaccine? Like, I'm not sure I understand that.
So an inactive vaccine is something like tetanus. You've ever had a tetanus vaccine? Or yeah, so what that means is when it's inactive means the tetanus agent inside it is dead, not a living. You cannot get sick from it. But your body can only, I guess, learn so much from that. So you need to have it. You need to have it again in 10 years. That's why like tetanus doesn't last your whole life. But things like the chickenpox vaccine, for example, that's a lifelong vaccine because it's active because they actually give you like a living thing. There's a lot of like your childhood vaccines too. Obviously, all those, like every single childhood one is also living as well. So you don't have to go back and get those ever. I did because we lost my records, but
Dang, that happened?
yeah, because I had to get I'd have my vaccination records on hand for my getting a license and stuff. And my doctor was like, there's some like holes, and I'm sure you had them because that's just the way that it works. But let's just do it again, just make sure. I was like, I was very happy by that, of course. Like, right now? And she's like, yeah, why not? I'm like, I can come up with a few reasons.
Can we not, please?
Nah, I just did it. I was like, fuck it, do it. Do it. Do it.
Get it over.
Hit me.
Just do it. Don't even tell me. Just do it.
I can't remember which one it was.
Oh,
I think it was the MMR vaccine that I had to get again.
so I have a good story for you. I was getting my blood tested in the Philippines because I don't know. Everyone, for some reason, our whole family was getting their blood checked. So I was like, well, why not? Wait, no, hold on. This wasn't.
You just volunteered for a blood test, and you're brave.
Well, dude, I'm not that.
The
bad with
last thing
needles.
on fucking earth that I wanted.
Yeah, I'm not that bad with blood tests or needles, I should say. But I should say, hold on, wait. No, this wasn't in the Philippines. This was back here. No, it wasn't. It wasn't a thing. It just went to. It was a doctor thing. Anyways, I went to get my blood test. and the nurse was like some young chick, and it was really good because this is like the worst. This is the worst blood withdrawal I've had, because she poked my right arm. You know, she does the thing where you put the little strap thing around your arm. Poked it. I was like, okay. I was like, took it out, poked it again. I was like, oh, okay. Took it out, poked it again. I was like,
Okay.
And she's
What's
like,
wrong there?
it's not. I can't. Blood's not coming out. I was like, okay. She's like, I'm gonna have to do your other arm. I was like, God damn it! What the fuck?
No, she's wrong. Okay, so you have two chances. If you fuck up 2 times, then you have to get you have to get someone else to do it, because that's the rule.
Wow.
So she shouldn't have been able to keep poking you like that.
I definitely felt 3 pokes. Okay, it's just like,
Yeah.
fuck.
I mean, it's normal. That's fairly normal. Some people are just harder to draw blood, and that's fine. But usually, what that means is if you fuck it up twice, then you should go get like someone who's more experienced than you to do it. Is how that works.
So,
Now that being said, I'm not trained to do blood withdrawals. So yeah, it. Probably wasn't a nurse. It was probably a phlebotomist.
she was pretty young though. I don't know.
They're not a doctor. It's like a 6-month program. And that's all they do.
What does it matter? Like, I don't know if you know, but like, does it matter like what arm? Because she definitely took it from my dominant arm.
Well, I mean, that's usually better to get. It's like that's usually like. So your dominant arm would have more musculature, so your veins would be more prominent in your dominant arm, theoretically.
Okay, that makes sense.
But it's kind of up to like usually when I get it done, because I usually tell them like, look, I don't want to be here. Okay, I don't like this shit. And they always ask like, have you ever fainted? And I'm like, maybe, because I actually don't know. And they're like, okay, so which arm do you want? They always ask me, and I always say the right because it's not my dominant arm. And then they said in the 60-year-old who's like done it literally a billion times, and she gets it first try every time. And I get to lie down. Everybody should just say they're afraid because it's way.
Just you get a much smoother experience.
You get a way better experience. I've never actually had a problem. Like, I've been the problem, but it's never been a problem.
Yeah, well, I mean, like, usually it's okay. This is the first time this happened to me. Even then, I was like, okay, that sucked, but whatever.
It's usually like for young people. Okay, so I'm not trained on how to do it, but like I kind of know how to do it. Like usually with young people, it's pretty good because your veins kind of pop out a lot. So that's what the little strap is for. It's to make your veins pop out, and that's kind of sometimes when they like tap you on the vein, it makes the vein like come to the surface. Yeah.
Can you, like, when they do it, like, can they tell if they've hit the vein or whatever before they unstrap the thing?
Yeah. So they can tell right away because your vein is under a little bit of pressure. So as soon as they tap it, then blood will come.
Okay.
They should definitely not pull the strap. Actually, do they pull it? I don't actually remember if you're supposed to pull the trap or not until you're done. I don't remember. I think you leave the strap on, and then you take it off when it's all said and done. I think. But
Well, usually they once they found the vein, I don't know if it's when they're done, but they do remove the strap before they remove the needle. I know that much.
Okay, I got it wrong in the wrong order then. But yeah.
I was kind of curious because when she was poking my right arm, like the first time, 3 times, she didn't really remove the strap, but I guess it doesn't really matter. Obviously,
I would be very cross if someone poked me 3 times. Very fucking cross.
I figured you would be.
Be like, hello? Are you, please? Fucking, can you not?
I'm not a pincushion here, lady.
Did I tell you about the story when I was in school? Probably have. So
might have, yeah. But go ahead.
there was like there's a class of phlebotomists in our building. Soon to be phlebotomists, and they were practicing how to draw blood. and they came to our class and were like, "Hey, do you guys want to be volunteers?" And obviously, I mean, I was just like, no. But some other people in my class were like, "Sure, why not? I don't like my needles." So like, some of them went, and I was like, still afraid of needles at the time. Like, I couldn't even watch them, which was a problem because But so I was like trying to get over it, so I just went with them.
Okay.
And I sat in the room and I watched. To my horror, wasn't really happy. I wasn't really a happy camper. I was trying to like act tough and shit. I was like, I'm fine, everything's fine. This is easy, dude. But in reality, I was like, this isn't fun. I want to leave.
Shit.
But anyway, so they're like drawing blood from my person, and I can't remember the exact like sequence of events, but basically they pulled the needle out without putting any pressure on it at all.
Oh.
And it literally like the blood like came out of her arm like a fucking squirt gun.
Oh damn.
Didn't hit me or anything. I wasn't in the line of fire, but like, yeah, it was like all over her arm, like blood everywhere. And
Yikes.
the person doing the blood was like, uh-oh, I forgot a step, because you're supposed to like put pressure when you pull the needle out.
Yeah.
Yeah, so she came to she came to school the next day, and her arm was a giant fucking bruise because like blood had like gotten underneath her skin and shit, really bad. Her arm was like black for like a week.
Dude.
It was horrible. Yeah.
I feel like that helped contribute to your fear of needles.
No, it actually helped contribute to getting over it, because that's pretty much as bad as you can be processed. I don't care now. I don't give a shit. Like, I don't even think about it. Getting a needle is different, but I can give a needle like no problem. I give like dozens of needles every day, so I conquered it. I conquered half of it. I don't really care about me getting a needle. That doesn't have to ever get conquered. We're good. We just leave it there.
That's fine. 50%'s good enough.
It's like being afraid of heights. You know, I can jump off a building now, but I'm still afraid of hitting the ground.
Taking minimal damage.
It's all good.
I mean, yeah.
Just wear a parachute.
I'm hit.
I feel like if that was the case, I'd probably... Well, I don't know if I'd pass out, but it'd be pretty fucking scary.
The only time I've almost passed out was from the fucking... That was really... I'm pretty sure I passed out.
For much? What?
I had an IV
Oh,
many years
shit.
ago.
For someone who doesn't like needles, that's like, holy...
Well, yeah, that's... It was for the neck situation. I don't know if you ever remember the neck situation, but like a lump on...
I remember you had something on your neck that needed attention.
Yeah. And I kept going to the doctor over and over again. And anyway, so he was like, well, we should just cut it off, because it's like, it's fucked. You're not supposed to have that. And they didn't know. They couldn't find out what it was, because every single biopsy, which is another needle in the neck, by the way. It's a really fun place to have a needle in your neck.
Just pretend it's a vampire.
But every single one was... I had two. Yeah, I had two. And each one was non-diagnostic, so it was a literal waste of time, which is even... And anyway, so yeah, I went to the hospital for the fucking surgery, and the anesthesiologist, like... But I made a huge deal about it with my doctor, my surgeon. Like, I didn't even give a shit about the surgery. I was just like, okay, what about the IV? Can we talk about that? And I was like, can we not do the IV? And he's like, no, we got to do an IV. It's like, son of a... Really? So he's like, don't worry, I'll give you something. It'll be fine. And they gave me Ativan, which is like a anti-anxiety medication, pretty common. And that worked pretty well. But the dude like put the IV in and then like stood at the end of the bed. And I have no idea what he was talking about. He was saying shit, but I have no idea what he was saying, because I'm pretty sure I was like in and out of like consciousness or something. I could see him standing at the end of the bed and his mouth is moving. And you know when you're like really tired and you're like kind of like just about to fall asleep and you're just kind of like in and out? That's what it was. In and out of sleep. Yeah, the guy at the end of the bed going wah 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 wah.
That kind of freaks me out, being on the border of just consciousness. Like, not voluntarily, I mean.
Yeah, I was actually quite comfortable. That was probably Ativan. Petavan's good shit if you ever get the opportunity to be on supervised, of course.
Like, I mean, just for something like a purpose, right? Not just for whatever.
Correct. You should never be on it for not. You should never be on it recreationally. Do not do that.
Internal structure damage.
Just kind of makes you like not care, and you don't really realize that you don't care. Like it doesn't make you like go loopy. You're not like woo, right? You're still there. You just don't. It doesn't bother you anymore.
You're just really chill about
You
it.
just no. You're not even chill. You just don't like you. It just like imagine you're afraid of something, and then all of a sudden you're not afraid of that thing anymore.
Huh,
That's
cool.
basically what it does. It's fucking amazing. Like you're not high. You're not like in another fucking place. You're not hallucinating. You just don't. You're not thinking about that thing anymore. You're over it. You're good. It's fucking magical shit.
Any
That's why so many people are addicted to it.
any side effect that you experienced at all?
No side effect. You can become addicted to it. Is like the big thing, which is why you shouldn't be on it for any period of time other than like a couple weeks.
Light damage. Holding firm. What's up, boss?
I was kind of wrong about Modern Warfare's time to kill. Actually, it's pretty long.
Is it?
I've been watching it all day on Summit stream, and it's people are quite bullet spongy actually.
Well, Ryan, how do you feel about it? Do you feel like you die really quickly or whatever? Can you kill people really quickly?
I don't know. I don't really have anything to compare it with.
Oh, I mean, well, I guess you've never played PUBG or anything like that.
I'd say it's even longer than PUBG actually. And that would be at this point. That's kind of like it's turned from a complaint of thinking it was too short to now it's like too long. People are really fucking. They take a lot of shots, and it just kind of just like the way the guns handle. They seem kind of boring to shoot. Like it probably feels good to kill someone, but
Well, I
I
mean,
don't know. I could be wrong on that because I'm just watching a stream, but
it's Call of Duty, right? So I've heard that
Definitely.
it's basically like Call of Duty games.
it's definitely longer than a Call of Duty, like regular Call of Duty.
Oh, I'm just talking about the gunplay, like the feel of the guns.
Right. The feel of the guns in. I mean, I haven't played a Call of Duty since Call of Duty 4. From the way they just look quite generic. In like, there's, I don't know, maybe when you're playing the game, you can tell the difference between what gun you're shooting, but on the stream, like, you know how when you're watching someone play a first-person shooter, you can always tell the difference between an AK and an M4. In this game, not so much. Like they all kind of shoot the same. It feels. I could be way out. I could be like way off on that, but that's just what I'm sensing.
Well, I can kind of see what you're talking about. Like,
It's not necessarily like even like an issue.
to be honest, even like in older Modern Warfare games, it kind of felt like there was a bit of overlap between guns.
Yeah, like I just think all the guns are very what's the word, like homogenous. Like they're all just kind of they focus so much on balancing all the guns that now all the guns are just kind of the same. Like I was watching Summit earlier, and I mean I'm still watching Summit now, but he was saying like the biggest thing in this game is the magazine size of your. So that should say a lot about what the gunplay is about. Like you want to have like the 100 round or the 75 round or whatever magazine instead of like the 30.
Yeah, actually, I do notice that. I don't think I've ever killed anyone with one mag.
Which is
It's
insane.
like 30.
That's like fucking. That's
Dang.
crazy.
To be honest, since I don't really play many of those games, like, you know, so I haven't really considered that. Extended mags, man. Drum mags, go
Heavy
for
hits,
it.
Commander. Awaiting orders.
Is my computer done yet? Waiting for this project to be done, and then I'm gonna go to bed.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say like, you working tomorrow? You're up pretty late.
I mean, I'm usually up this late. I'm just usually not on the computer by this point.
Yeah, you know what? You're right. Sometimes you're up till like 10. Destiny. Fucking hell.
Correct.
You gonna let it run overnight?
No, I always turn my computer off at night. I care about curing Corona, but I don't care about it that much. Not enough to break my computer.
Or disturb your sleep.
My computer's actually incredibly quiet now.
Dude, mine's quiet, but damn, the fucking RGBs. It's like a fucking disco light in my room.
Yeah, I dimmed mine down a lot, so they're not crazy.
I also had to do that. I only did that just a couple weeks ago, actually. Because I was jet lagging on the way when I got back, so like normally I don't really care about it, but I was like, man, I can really notice the RGB on my computer right now.
Well, especially since like I don't know how your computer's like aimed in your room, but like because this computer case doesn't have like a front, and it's aimed at right on my fucking head. Like the front panel is aimed at my head. The light just kind of like hits me in the face. It's fine now because I turned it all down, but at max brightness, it's kind of nuts. I need to like tone that shit down.
Yeah, mine's not aimed directly at my head, but it's aimed like at that side of the room, so. I've had a couple nights where I'd angle my chair so it blocks some of the light, but I just turned it down. So I don't have to do that anymore.
I'm very pumped for fucking Friday. It's gonna be paw.
What's on Friday again?
Doom Eternal, baby.
Oh, shit. You gonna stream?
I mean, I could stream on Discord. I don't know about Twitch. I don't have my OBS set up at the moment.
Ah, okay.
It's gonna be a fucking good time because like they gave the super, which is already the best gun in Doom. They gave it a grapple, so now you can like grapple around and shit. So the super shotgun's literally like the most broken fucking gun on the face of anything ever. And they just made it, yeah, double, like the most boring gun in the game is the best gun in the game. It's also the best gun to shoot in the game because it's like it one shot shit, and it's like the Doom special. Like they had to have the super shotgun like be good, and they did a good job of making it very satisfying to shoot.
Nice.
I don't know how he reloads it because he like pops in two bullets at the same or two shells at the same time.
Don't they
But
have?
it doesn't matter.
Well, like they have like those loading thingies where you just can slide 2 shells at a time.
Maybe. Somehow I don't think Doom Guy uses any assists when he's shooting. I think it's just pure rage. I've been watching like lore videos about like Doom Guy and like all the like the shit, and because Doom 2016 like there was a lot of lore in that game. They just didn't tell you any of it. Yeah, it was kind of like Destiny where you had to like read, and I didn't do any of that. So I'm just watching all the videos about like Doom Guy is like fucking supernatural. I thought he was just like a guy. Nah, he's like a fucking god.
Was this is like deep all the way back to the original Doom games?
So there's question marks on like the Doom lore and like the continuity and like whether or not this like Doom 2016 guy and Doom Eternal guy are the same. Some people say it is, and some people say it isn't. What everyone seems to agree on is that Doom 3 is doing its own shit, and it in terms of like continuity between Dooms. Like, Doom 3 is like off on its own of like, nope. But everything Doom Guy in the originals and Doom Guy in 2016 it could be the same, and he probably is. But there's no like direct link. That's just like it's known that Doom Guy has been fighting demons for a very, very long, in multiple like dimensions and shit. It's like hell apparently like connects to like multiple fucking realities and shit. It's kind of nuts.
Well,
And what I love is literally like the demons are afraid of, to the point where they created a monster, not a demon, I guess, called a Titan, and it's like the size of a fucking building, to literally just kill Doom Guy. And Doom Guy still killed that. So they were like, fuck, we can't take this guy out. So they dropped a building on him, and then like cocooned him, and they trapped him, and that's when he like wakes up in Doom 2016. He's like, they like found his like they basically tricked him into like going into this temple, and he went into the temple to kill demons, and they dropped the building on him, and then like put him in a sarcophagus and like locked him away for a very long time, and like kept him in hell and like tormented him shit. And that's why he's so angry in 2016, because they like killed his son or something. So he's like extra angry.
You done fuck now.
It's like a whole thing.
It's actually pretty interesting.
It is like it's interesting and like an over like they like it's over. It's like, you know, it's like way over the fucking top. So is Doom, so it's okay.
Dude,
Thematically it fits.
I'm used to like background lore like that. In fact, it's kind of more interesting that way. But I want to see. I want them to have it so that Doom 3 guy and Doom Eternal guy are actually two separate guys, and like they don't tell you that though, like officially. But then you like in Doom Eternal you like come across Doom 3 guy. You like help each other out for like a mission.
I think Doom 3 guy is like on a whole other level, sorry. I think Doom guy, as we know him in 2016 and the other Dooms, are on a whole other level than the Doom guy in. They call him the Doom Marine in Doom 3.
Yeah.
And then it's the Doom Slayer and all the others. And that's actually what the demons call him, because they're afraid of him. He's known by us as Doom guy. The demons call him Doom, and then there's Doom Marine. It's the Marine Doom 3 guy. And that's why people are saying he's like different, because it's like totally thematically different. The storylines like don't jive together. Like the storylines from like the original Dooms, the classic ones, to 2016, like they do kind of like merge. Like there could be a connection there, but like Doom 3 is, like I said, is like totally not at all the same, even remotely the same. Like Doom 3 is almost like a reboot of the original.
If I'm not mistaken, Doom. Sorry. Shit. What was I gonna say it again? Man, I just totally lost that train of thought. Oh, sorry. If I'm not mistaken, with Doom 3, did they try to like sort of change the focus of the game to the more like a horror FPS type thingy?
Yeah, they did.
That's probably why they
Doom 3 was
changed it.
very much a horror. Yeah, because this wouldn't be very scary to play as Doom guy
Doom
in a
Slayer.
horror game, because he would just literally punch everything to death. He doesn't even need a gun, just rips everything in half and just keeps going. Like, Doom guy's armor is like insane as well. Like, there's all these arguments online between nerds about like who'd win, Master Chief or Doom guy. And I used to say it'd be fairly fair minus the weaponry, because Doom guy has like crazy weapons versus Master Chief, who like doesn't. But now, nah, 100% Doom guy. There's no fucking way Master Chief even has a fucking chance.
Yeah, Doom guy's pretty OP. Even I could tell just from watching.
He's on a different level. Master Chief's good, but Doom guy is he's an event. He's like a supernatural event.
Master Chief ain't fueled by pure unadulterated rage.
The Master Chief isn't the boss. Doom guy is the boss. You are the boss when you play the Doom. They're trying to kill you, not the other way around. Now, Doom Eternal looks fucking fantastic, though. Like, I'm just watching everything I can on it. It's like, yeah, that's a gamer.
I'm surprised. I thought you usually take a hands off.
Well, there's no. I don't really know any storyline elements, right? I'm just like watching gameplay.
I know, but
And it's like the gameplay is like solid as shit.
I thought you usually like don't like to spoil it for yourself like that, you know?
I usually can't resist. That's why I watched 45 minutes of Cyberpunk.
God dang it. God dang it, Cheesy. Control yourself.
My hype for Cyberpunk has reached never before seen levels for a single.
Really? Even for like something like Metro?
Oh yeah, no, I like Metro came out and I wasn't even like aware. I was like, oh yeah, it came out. Okay, guess I'll play. Like it was good, and I liked Exodus a lot. I didn't deem Cyberpunk, or I didn't deem Metro Exodus to be like the savior of PC gaming, like I am with.
But to be fair, it wasn't as bad back then. How about Red Dead 2?
Like which do I think will be better, or
No,
like
which
hype level?
hype level?
I didn't have I had very little hype for Red Dead. I was excited for it, but like I wasn't, because I never played the first one, and it was really Bobby that was like Bobby was the one that was hyping up Red Dead.
Okay. I thought you had like really liked the first one.
No, I never even played the first one. I liked Red Dead a lot after playing it. I still haven't beaten it because the fucking story pulled a switcheroo on me, and it was like, God damn it, what the fuck? But it's a fantastic game. Like, I'd recommend playing it, but yeah, thematically and story wise, it's just like such a well done. It's not like I was worried about it being kind of like GTA ish because it is made by Rockstar, right? And like GTA story campaigns like never really interested me that much. Like I have never beaten GTA 5. I never even played the story campaign. Just because it's always just kind of like it's always like very like funny and kind of there's a lot of like comedy elements to it. To like GTA, whereas Red Dead's a very serious game. There's not a lot of joking around in Red Dead, which I like.
Not even a little? I thought there'd be at least some.
I mean, there's a little. Arthur's a very charismatic character, but
It was really hard. They really went all in on the grit, huh?
yeah, he's also. Red Dead does not have a happy ending. Let's put it that way. It does not have a happy ending.
Calculating course now, Commander.
I don't know what the ending is. The full ending is. There's kind of two. I've seen one of them. There's another one coming, which is what I mean by a switcheroo. I thought the game ended and it didn't. The first ending was very sad, and I was quite upset for various reasons. Actually, kind of like a what the fuck at the end of Red Dead 2.
Wait, they said you haven't beaten Red Dead 2.
Well, there's two endings.
Oh, okay.
I've beaten one of them. And it's not like what you think, where there's like a good ending and a bad ending. There's an ending, and then there's another ending after the ending on the Steam story camp. Like you keep playing. There's an ending,
Okay.
and then you keep playing after the ending.
So there's like an ending and then a true ending.
Yeah. And I haven't seen the ending yet. But I can't say much. But I kind of know what happens based off of certain things that I already knew before even playing Red Dead 2.
I was gonna say I'm surprised because like, if usually in my case when a game has an ending and then usually if it carries on to a true ending, I usually keep going. Like I can't not just leave it at that.
Yeah, and then fucking Tarkov came along.
Well, actually, and the fact that I don't know, I tend to be more into story-driven games than you, but I mean, I don't know. I don't know if that's really the case. I guess it depends on the genre.
It depends on the game for me. Like if you you have like an hour to interest me a lot, and if you don't interest me to a significant enough level, I don't continue playing your game.
An hour?
I've done that with a lot. I've done that with a lot of. Well, it depends on the hour. Some games get like 10 minutes. Red Dead, what caught me initially was how good the game was. I'm kind of a sucker for like really good graphics, and like Red Dead is the best looking game I've ever.
It is.
Maybe Doom 2016 would be close because the Doom is also extremely good looking.
I mean, yeah, but
in
like,
different ways though.
like Red Dead 2 was, even I admit it was really fucking polished.
Yeah. So is Doom though.
Like,
Doom is the best running game I've ever seen ever for the amount of how it looked, how good the game looked, and how well it ran was insane. You could run 60 FPS full. You can max out the settings at 60 FPS on a fucking, and it would be fine. Like you could run maxed out on a laptop and it would run fine.
but like
As long as it has an actual graphics card, it's fine.
on in Red Dead though, didn't like snow like build up on your hair and stuff like that?
Yeah, it had all that like really crazy like wow, there's a lot of fucking detail. Like you'll be riding through the snow and like your coat will start getting snow on it and your horse will start getting snow on it. If you put like there's hunting plays a fairly major role, not in the story but like kind of like the side events of the game. Like you can go hunting and get food for your people. If you kill an animal and then like skin it and put it on your horse, it'll like start bleeding all over the horse.
Yeah.
There's a lot of that sort of shit.
A lot of detail in that game. Damn. Have you noticed any small details like that in Doom, or is it just like the optimization?
Not to the same level. It's just the fact that you could run that game as good as it looked, and you could run it on my computer back. My computer pegged the engine at 200 FPS. That was the most that engine could run. It was 200 FPS, and my computer ran it at that, and it looked as good as it did. Like, no game ever runs that well. And Doom Eternal would be no different. Like, I'm expecting over 200 FPS in that game. Apparently, they bumped the engine up in Doom Eternal to run over 1,000 FPS. Not that you'll hit that at this, like, in 2020, but 5 years from now or whatever, or 10 years from now, you'll be able to run the game at 1,000 FPS.
1,000 FPS? Damn, really?
Yeah.
That's kind of fucking insane.
They said they're building the game for the future. And they're probably just trying to sell their engine to people.
Yeah, that's more likely.
Like id Tech 7 or something, whereas Doom 2016 ran on id Tech 6. And I really wish more games would use that engine, because like holy.
I feel like it's been a while since we've seen a really stark increase in an engine, like a new engine. I mean.
Yeah, it's like most engines are just like kind of this. They're all kind of like the same. Like they're like Unreal. There's a lot of like CryEngine games. And of course Unreal like 3. I don't know if Unreal 3 still used it in a lot of cases. Unreal 3 and 4. There's like the EA engine, like Frostbite. There's like only a handful of engines now that like run the new games.
Unity for smaller games.
Unity, and then there's Ubisoft's, the whatever the fuck like runs like Ghost Recon and shit. And The Division 2 will run on the same one. And there's like the Modern Warfare engine that hasn't changed since 1993.
Oh, and there's that. What was it, like the Fox engine for that? What's his face uses? For like the not the Metal Gear games. What was that? The Death Stranding.
Oh, is that a new engine?
Yeah, they made their own engine, like the Fox engine or something.
Oh, I didn't know that.
I can't remember because he made a new engine called the Fox engine, but I can't remember if that was before or after Kojima left, Konami.
Right.
Because like,
I wonder
if it belonged to Konami, then he wouldn't have been able to use it.
Yeah. I wonder what happens a lot of the time too is game companies will borrow and then like rip a chunk out of it and then remodify it to run their version of the game and then call it something different, even though like the foundation is whatever engine it's actually, or they'll like rename it to something else because making engines is. And frankly, there's like, if you're making a game nowadays, like chances are there's probably a game engine that can probably run like 80% of your game, and then like the last 20 you need to do some modification on.
Oh yeah.
I don't know much about game engines, but like that seems to be the kind of the way.
I used to know a lot of, well, not at least a fair amount about engines, but it's been a while. Not really in the up and up anymore.
I really wish more games would fully utilize Vulkan because that's what made Doom 2016 run. And then I say that, and then because Red Dead is also a Vulkan game, but it does not run well. I don't know. I don't know what id Tech, or I don't know what id did to make Vulkan run so fucking well. It's just a really impressive engine, I think, is the takeaway.
Oh,
They have some serious game engineer or engine engineers working at know what the fuck they're doing.
there's some serious sorcery going on over there. Some companies just have like some, like, you know, they have really good software developers that just know how to work with these things. I know there's like, what, Guerrilla Games is also a good one. The guys that do Last of Us are also really good at that shit.
It seems like all the PlayStation like first party developers are like really fucking good. It seems either that or Sony actually puts a lot of marketing into the developer itself. I think they do. Like, is Naughty Dog and shit. Like, I just know who that is, and I don't even own a PlayStation. I think Sony puts a lot of marketing into their actual developers, making sure that you know who Naughty Dog is and you know who their devs are for their games.
Yeah, but I mean, it's not purely marketing though. They have a pretty good track record.
Yeah, they do. I won't. The fact that the PlayStation has really fucking good exclusives, and I wish I could play them, but rip. Although, what is that game called? The one with the fucking robots and the archer lady. It's coming to PC.
Horizon Zero Dawn.
Yeah. That's coming to PC apparently, which is pretty sick.
Is it? Oh damn.
Yeah, I don't know when, but it was announced.
That's kind of cool actually, because I heard good things about it. It's open world, right?
Yeah, I heard that was like one of the best PS4 games.
You gonna check it out?
Probably. It depends. It always depends on like what games are out and what I'm doing. I really don't know if I'm playing the next WoW expansion. I have not decided yet.
You're gonna play it.
I know, but like at the moment, I don't want to. So again, it'll depend on what like if because Cyberpunk's coming kind of around that time. I don't know.
But
I don't know if I can divert attention away from Cyberpunk.
I don't know, man. Your mood towards WoW changes with the seasons.
It does, but it's not like I've played every WoW expansion. I haven't. I've played every WoW expansion, but I played Pandaria for like a week, and I played WoD for like 2 weeks.
Dude, speaking of which, I still find it hilarious that, like, remember we found out Eric played Miss Pandaria after the fact? We're like, dude, what the fuck?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's typical Eric, though.
Fucking typical. God damn, Eric.
Shame that he played Pandaria. Pandaria was actually a really good expansion. I just didn't like it thematically. It's not because I'm like racist towards Chinese people. It was just so pandering towards fucking like, hey, we're releasing the game in China. Let's make a fucking expansion that's literally just like, you know, that. It was just weird. It didn't fit with fucking Warcraft at all. It was an island full of like Zen pandas in a game called World of Warcraft. What?
Yep.
It was a great expansion though. Like gameplay wise and like content wise, it was actually like one of the best expansions they've ever done. People don't like it though, because I'm not alone in my thought on that.
Well, yeah. I mean, I get it. Weren't like, cause I'm trying to remember. Weren't the Horde and the Alliance kind of in a pseudo alliance or something like that at the time?
Yeah, because the pandas were like, no fighting here. There's greater evil at foot. So they didn't share a capital city, but their capital cities were like in the same zone, like across the way from each other. That being said, with like pandas, I literally played a monk in BFA, and I played as a panda for a lot of that. So
Can't
There
say
you
you
go.
didn't give it a chance.
pandas were the best race for monk.
Did you play a female
Facts.
panda? Be honest now.
I did. I
God
don't
dang.
like the male ones. They're fat. I don't like.
So are the females.
They're less chunky though.
You
Way,
don't want
way
to be a
less
chunky
chunky.
boy? Come on.
They're really chunky, and the shoulders make it look really bad. Shoulders and boots look really bad on male pandas. Like the boots are all like scrunched up, and their shoulders are like really small, which is the opposite of how it usually. Whereas female pandas, the armor doesn't stretch as much, so it looks better.
I think female pandas are closer to the standard, like, sort of.
Yes, yes. They build all the models off of humans. So as long as your character's kind of like a human, then it'll look.
What? I hadn't noticed.
Indeed.
I kind of wish, like, when me and Ryan decided to come back to WoW, I kind of wish we came back during Legion, like the beginning of Legion.
Legion, the beginning of Legion was the best but the best WoW's been since probably Wrath. If you could get over certain major issues that like hardcore players didn't have, but I don't know if you guys would have that same issue. You probably would have really liked it.
I mean, I played at the end of it and I liked it, so.
Right, but they fixed all the problems at the end of it,
Oh, that's true.
as they usually do. So the main issue that people didn't like was legendaries were a pain in the dick because it was completely random which one you'd get. So if you were like a DPS, for example, let's use fire mages because they were one of the worst for it. There was one legendary that was good, and it was like a god tier legendary, and it made fire mages do an assload of damage, and every other legendary did not make them do an assload of damage. So if you didn't get the good legendary, and the other mage in your guild did, guess which one's rating and which one's not, right?
Yeah,
Kind of shitty.
That's a problem.
So what people would do is if they didn't get the good legendary, they would just grind their fucking ass to try to get another legendary. And they weren't that common. They took a long time. And I played Legion for the beginning of Legion. I played from launch, so like in August to December, and I had 3. So yeah, and none of mine were good either, by the way. So there's that. Although I played a healer, so it didn't matter as much. But at the end of Legion, they fixed that. So you could pick they turned it into like a vendor, so you could like pick, and that was obviously the solution that they should have just went with. But Blizzard has this thing that they don't like vendors.
I thought you were gonna say Blizzard has this thing where they like trying out things even though it's clearly not working, but they stick with it anyways.
Unless it's BFA, because they did an about face on BFA real fast because they were hemorrhaging fucking players, and then they fixed a lot of the issues. Not all of them, but most of them.
Yeah, but I mean, like, I can't blame people.
Anyway, I must go to bed.
Okay, good night.
Goodbye.
See ya.
Oh, Ryan, I'm still coughing. What the fuck?
Oh yeah,
Oh.
that sucks.
What are you doing?
Playing Battletech.
You're not streaming? What the fuck? Oh, you're streaming.
I am streaming.
What the fuck? Have you ever done these escort missions where you have to escort a mech?
Nope.
I'm about to do one and I'm kind of scared, but I'll do it anyways. Oh shit, I should have saved it.
I really hate light mechs.
Dude! Melee them. Oh wait, I don't know it's on one invasion, what the hell?
I hate these convoy missions. Because as soon as you get to the whatever the
Rendezvous point?
rendezvous point, then they start leaving right away, and I'm like, oh man, I should have waited for the rest of my max.
And Ryan, I've run into this, but technically they do wait for you, but only if they get too far ahead of you.
Well, that's dumb.
Like, they stopped to wait for me, right? But it was like, it was the distance it would take me to like do a sprint, like 1.5 sprints to get to them. That's how far they were, and they stopped. They're like, oh, we lost track of our dudes. It's like, yeah? Oh man, I'm losing a lot of money. Shit. I'm not getting any good contracts.
really?
Yeah, I'm paying like 500k a month now, and like I'm not getting good contracts. It's a problem. I've been to like two planets now, and I've gotten shit contracts.
That sucks. Glad I started saving up a bit of money.
Yeah, I need to save up some money. I might have to sell some mechs I'm not using. Also, I don't know. How profitable is it having a second bay full of mechs?
Hmm?
How profitable is it having a second bay full of mechs?
Well, I mean, I can do 2 or 3 or maybe even 4 missions just swapping out mechs because I have so many
That's good. That's a good thing. Oh shit! You know what?
without having to advance time, right?
Yeah. Okay. You know what? Okay, because I was thinking about buying this. I have one more part away from another Warhammer, and I think I'm gonna buy it. If that's the case. I was thinking I don't really need it because I have a full lance already, but I can have it set up in case I need to swap out. I'll be back, sir.
Okay.
No?
Stop. These convoy missions really piss me off.
Yeah.
As soon as one of the vehicles enters the zone, it's like, oh, enemy reinforcements. You fucking.
I was doing a mission with not a convoy mission, mind you, but I was doing a mission when I was listening to Travis just a little bit ago, and I was like, I was getting sandwiched between two lances. It was kind of annoying.
But I guess this game has to make it a bit hard for you, right?
Yeah, I was gonna say, don't you like a little bit of a challenge? I mean, it would be kind of boring if you just
Yeah,
steamroll.
I like a challenge, but I also like to steamroll things.
Right, it gives you, like, it helps you sort of think of strategies and stuff to get out of certain situations.
Like I've had to restart missions a few times, which is kind of lets me know that this is a bit of a challenge. So that's
I know. Yeah, I'll be back quick sec.
right.
Still playing, eh?
Yep.
What a bunch of...
What a bunch of bums.
Right, when you're selecting mechs to ready up, do you have to... Can you only pick, like, mechs from one bay, or can you pick from both bays?
You can pick mechs from any bit.
Like, what I'm saying is, I can take 2 mechs from bay 1, 2 mechs from bay 2?
Yep, doesn't matter what bay they're from.
Okay. Man, I really like these archers, man.
So do I.
I think I might like them more than the Warhammer in this game. Although the Warhammer is really good as well.
Are you also gonna fold?
Maybe. I don't want my computer to crash though. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't want to tax my computer more than it's already been taxed. But I might do it. We'll see.
Man, fuck this Locust. What the fuck's he doing? He's just making my life hard for no reason. Just come over here so I can frickin' melee you, you bitch.
You have so much trouble with fucking light max. What the hell?
Man, Richard. Your guy can't hit a shot with the AC if his life depended on it.
Alright, if you had him train more during missions, you fucking guy.
I literally take him on every mission that I can. So like, you know, he just hasn't been around.
Logged and noted. Shouldn't be too hard.
Look at those missiles, Jesus.
So for your Hunchback 4G, you kept the AC-20?
Yeah. Goddamn Archer.
God damn.
Do you know what these little pips here are for?
Mhm.
If you look at my stream.
Company finances? It just says, you hover over it. Stop,
The little pips there?
Yeah, stop moving your cursor. Let me read that. The pips indicate the number of months you can stay afloat, you fool. It says right there.
Oh. Cool.
On it. I'll let you know when that's done.
So you don't really care how I build your character?
Well, I mean, it would be nice if he was the same character that I have. Just for some continuity's sake. But if you really need to change him, I don't really care.
Yeah, I guess I can keep him the same.
I mean, to be fair, your character's not the same as your character, right?
Oh really? You didn't make him the same as mine?
Well, no, because he already came as a gladiator. He was already predetermined when I got him.
Well fuck. I'm gonna just make yours whatever I want.
If you want, I guess. The difference is you have a choice, you bum.
It's just that if I'm gonna put you in a missile boat I want to be able to split.
Split the what?
Split. Actually, you know what? It's already too late.
Why?
I already have one in tactics and one in guts, so I'll just
Oh.
build them the way you.
Good.
What?
Good.
So you went 2 in guts, or 2 in tactics?
2 in tactics, 1 in guts.
Okay. No, looks like Sean left.
Time to join him, Ryan.
Should I go join them? Let's go over there.
Oh, yeah, she's fine. Yeah, it's weird because they have different protocols when they come back, but
Okay.
More like no protocols.
She, good thing is she doesn't work in hospital. She works in community, so
Still, it's part of that thing you're probably gonna come across. It's tough.
yeah, it's tough because like they're obviously not canceling their in-house stuff for people to come in, but apparently people are coming in sick into their
Oh, great.
Jesus.
mental health thing. So
That's terrible.
yeah. Anyways,
All right, glad to hear
Shit.
that. All right,
thanks for asking.
see you later.
See you.
Later.
See ya.
Who are these two
What's going on here?
freaking hawks coming in here?
God damn it, Riley! I've been replaced again.
You've been replaced.
You're not enough of a Muppet. You're not the original Muppet, Ryan.
I see.
You could have came in. I was gonna go for dinner, but since you left, I was like, okay, I'll stick.
I was already playing earlier.
With Bernard and what's his face?
No, just by myself.
Oh, what a guy!
Oh,
What a
man.
loner.
Are you planning on buying the actual thing or no?
Not sure why.
I'm struggling to figure out whether I want to buy it or.
And I'm not gonna play the other parts of the game though.
But you do get all the, like the. What the fuck do they call it? Battle Pass or whatever, and you get access to fucking all the operators and shit.
Does it? How does it help with loadouts though?
Well, I'm not even too sure. I think the Battle Pass gives you, like, along the track, it gives you some blueprints for weapons. But I think the only way to better your loadout is to actually gain experience with those weapons. Which, I don't know, for this game mode kind of sucks because then you're forced to like try and get a loadout during the game.
Yeah, I honestly, most of the items I find in game are better than my loadout. So
Yeah.
I haven't found it difficult to find good weapons, to be honest. It's just when I get custom player weapons, those ones are really like someone had a fucking thermal scope on their bolt action sniper rifle. It was fucking
Well, yeah, that's a custom loadout.
yeah.
You guys put in some major hours. I'm getting better at the gulag.
The gulags?
Death gulag.
Gulag.
Yeah, it's like 50-50 whether or not I kill someone in there.
You know when you're watching people in the gulag, you can actually like throw stuff out.
Yeah, Joe was telling me that today. I was like, what the fuck? I'm finding that I don't like the FAMAS.
What?
Moss.
Even though it's gold, I can't kill people fast enough.
You don't like Richard's favorite gun?
It's a FAMAS, man. Come on.
No FAMAS.
Yeah, I don't think Bernard and Derek have played that game too much because I don't know, they didn't really know what to do.
Oh, really?
And they found it hard to drive vehicles with the. And then when I drove a vehicle, they're like, "Okay, Ryan, you're the driver from now."
Dude,
Right. I'll
P90.
get it in the schedule.
You still gonna play some more? We're gonna grab dinner.
Probably grab dinner.
All right then. I will just do some more battle.
What a guy.
What a fool.
Yeah, I should actually start using these loadouts though. I can see.
Like if you can work your way to a gun that you like, and then gain levels on it, you could get a pretty good gun.
Yeah,
Especially if you're running around with no weapon and you have a loadout box, and you're like, if you don't have any good loadouts, then you're kind of screwed.
that was the problem. In that last game, I had a loadout box, or I bought a loadout box because we had respawned, and I don't have good weapons, so it wasn't even worth it. What's with all these assault rifles? What the hell, man?
What do you mean? You don't like them?
I just don't know what's M13 versus an M4 versus a Kilo 141.
Oh yeah, I don't know. I just use the M4 because I like the way it looks.
What a guy!
What an M4 groupie.
When I get the AK available, I might just switch to an AK. Travis was saying from watching streams of the game, he was saying that the kill to time, or time to kill, is quite large, high. Like, do you find that, Riley?
Yeah, compared to PUBG and compared to Escape from Tarkov, yeah, it's.
Like he was
But
saying,
I don't find it so much that I'm sinking bullets into people, though.
Oh, really? He was saying it seems so high to the point that he's like, oh, it seems like it's almost. Because the streamer that he was watching, I think, was saying that it's more advantageous to use higher capacity mag guns like LMGs because you can't kill a person with one mag.
No, that's not true. You can kill a person half a mag with an assault rifle if you hit your shot.
Oh, really?
Yeah, Ryan. Ryan was like, I could never kill anyone with one mag.
I haven't been able to, but that's because I suck.
Yeah, I mean, it depends. Ooh, dude. Yeah, I don't know. The thing is, most of the combat is pretty medium range, I think. I don't think not much happens at, like, super long.
Yeah.
So that's what I find, and I don't.
Man, I was in a match earlier today and the circle got so small, it was like freaking nerve-wracking. So many people in one area.
Yeah, man. We finally got to that point today where we came third squad, I think.
Oh, nice.
Wait, no, I think we came second. It was the last three people, and then we took it. It's funny. We took a helicopter all over the place, and we would just land on roofs and snipe other people on roofs.
Nice.
But yeah, it was pretty hectic because we had to parachute off the stadium, and like there's guys below us and across from us, and then Joe and Sean end up getting fucked. I survived.
Copy that.
Moving to position. I copy.
Hey Richard, if Riley's gonna go grab dinner, did you want to go down at all, or you just want to stay here and play Battletech?
It's up to you. I don't mind going down.
Take a bit of a break.
Holy shit, these guys have an awesome. Fuck.
Awesome.
Fuck. I thought this was gonna be easy. It's like 1.5 stars, dude. Or,
Yeah, dude. Man. The difficulty rating in this game is fucked.
What's up, boss?
If I was doing if I was doing a 1.5 skull, like I was doing 1.5 skulls when I had like 1 heavy and 3 mediums. Can you imagine having a fucking lance of medium X versus an awesome, a dragon, and then apparently there's another lance hitting the drop zone in a second here.
Yeah, you'd be fucked for sure. I wonder if it actually scales it based on what mechs you bring in.
I don't know, man. I'm just glad I brought some salvage in this mission if this is the case.
Confirmed.
Time to focus fire on this awesome.
Target locked.
Mom just gave me a half a chicken sandwich.
The fuck?
Yeah, she just came in the room. She's like, here you go.
Right, I forgot to test earlier, god dang it.
You what?
I forgot to test earlier.
You got the test or
I
forgot
forgot
to
to
test?
test.
What test?
I'm supposed to test my thing before and after meals.
Blood sugar.
Yes, Commander. Waiting for orders. Location confirmed. Engaging the target.
Engaging target.
I'm under heavy fire. Ready for orders. Move order received. Copy that. Awaiting orders. Roger that. Will go.
Engaging target. Enemy mech. Critical damage detected.
Receiving you. Roger. Firing. That hit something good.
Barely hit, Commander. Okay, that was really bad. Light damage. Holding firm. Commander. Commander? Affirmative. Roger that. Take that.
What's up, boss? Affirmative. Tango down.
Engaging target.
Damage minimal. Losing lots of armor.
Receiving you. Confirmed. Target neutralized. Aye, aye. Move order confirmed. Firing on target.
Commander? Locked on for physical attack.
My armor's getting stripped off. Yes, Commander. Got it. Yes, Commander. Will go.
Yes, Commander. Locking in coordinates. Target acquired.
Engaging physical attack. Warning. Enemy in rear arc.
Ready for orders. Confirmed. One left target.
Orders. Moving out. On it. Solid connection on that one.
Engaging physical attack. Enemy mech destroyed.
Commander? On the move.
Warning. Damage critical.
Standing by. Location confirmed. Standing by. Copy that. Engaging target.
Standing by.
Warning. Armor low. Engaging physical attack. Enemy mech destroyed. Mission successful.
Calculating course now, Commander.
Calculating escape velocity.
All hands, make ready for docking maneuvers. Undocked from junction. We're clear.
I've got the financial report.
This is an all-ship announcement. As a reminder, pets are not allowed aboard.
I hear ya.
If you're out on shore leave and you see something
Standing
close,
by. Standing.
enjoy
Commander?
it there, in its native habitat. It doesn't belong on a dropship.
New mech warriors available.